Hello and Assalamualaikum. Anyone respond whether you can hear me?
Can, teacher.
Okay. Divya Sri.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Bear with me for a while because for now we are waiting for people to enter. And I believe we've got quite a few in your class. We have 34 students altogether. So I won't be waiting for everyone, but at least let's just have a few more people and then I will start. Well, I believe that you are in the comfort of your own homes. So try as much as you can to not fall asleep during the Google Meet session. And I've tried to have the video on so that at least you can feel my presence in the class right now. Okay, I will start presenting my screen so that at least you know what I'm talking about. But for today, we're not doing anything too serious because it's our first class. And I would just like to know more about the people who are joining the class. I do believe I know some of you um, previously, but hopefully I can get a proper introduction from some people, and then along the way we'll get to know each other better. Okay, so right now I believe I am presenting my screen. I haven't given a proper greeting yet, but I hope you are all awake right now, not sleeping at home. Okay, I will just introduce myself as your class teacher. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, we
Can you
can.
see the Padlet? Yeah, okay, good. So I won't be wasting too much of your time with the introduction of myself because I've already inserted an introduction on Padlet. But basically, I will be your class teacher, and I believe that there are 34 students altogether in 4 science. So if you have any problems, anything related to your class, I'm the first person that you should be seeking for. Okay, seeking for, I hope you understand awak cari saya kalau ada any problems, if there is any problem. Okay, I guess I will start with an introduction of myself first, and then I would like to introduce you to the SPM format. Okay, are you familiar with the SPM format? This might not be that much of a relevant question, but how many of you have brothers or sisters who have already set for the SPM? Can you raise your hands on the Google Meet feature? So if you do have siblings who have already set for the SPM, okay, good. So I see Vitis, Fasha, you've got siblings who have already set. Is it the KSSM format or KBSM? CEFR format or the previous one? Kalau SPM 2021, your brother and sister is sitting for SPM 2021, it means the format is the same as yours. Okay, but if not, if it's before that, it's a different format. So today I'll share your format after I've introduced myself. Okay, so I'm going to start with an introduction and I hope that you can introduce yourself as well. Okay, Karim says KSSM 2021. So that means sama is the same as your format. Okay, so I'll go very quickly with an introduction of myself. You can see on the Padlet, I have been teaching in SMK Pasir Gudang since 2014. So I believe this is already, it should be like the 8th year in which I am teaching English. So my course last time, teaching English as a second language. And I furthered my study in Canterbury Christchurch University. You can see all the other details there, such as my favorite pastime activity, which is probably reading and watching live broadcasts on YouTube, especially about people eating food. And then I would like to know from you guys, how do you improve in your learning of the English language? Because for me, I feel like if you watch a lot of people speaking in English, that's how you can pick up the language. Okay, so I would like to know some things from you as well. The rest of the introduction for myself, you can read it on Padlet. So I would like to try out and have a go at you introducing yourself for today, just like randomly, yeah. But before that, I would like to congratulate. I've got a few people who have already written their introduction on my Padlet, and I would like to remind you, anything that you send to me on Padlet, on Google Drive, that will be my reference to give you PBD marks. Can you tell me how many marks are you aiming for PBD? Pentaksiran bilik darjah. Can you post on the chat, or if you want to use your microphone, that would be fine as well. What's the highest mark that you are aiming for classroom-based assessment ataupun PBD? Is it 7 or 10 or how much? How much are you aiming for? Do you know? Anyone would like to try and answer in the chat box? Markah PBD that you are aiming for every single time that I give you marks? Tak tahu eh? Okay, so for now ni most of you do not know yet, but I believe that you will be having classroom-based assessment ataupun PBD. Usually dalam pertengahan tahun, and then there will be another one for the final year. So at least I will be giving you 2, 3 or maybe 4 times for your marks for PBD. And the highest that you should aim for PBD, it's not exam, ini bukan exam, it's me observing you during the class and giving you marks. For example, I've got Pavitra Vrinta here, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You have written your introduction on my Padlet, and I can give you marks based on your Padlet that you have sent to me for writing PBD, for example. Okay, so we've got 4 skills. Kita ada 4 skill: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So all the marks should be given based on evidence. Whatever that you send to me, those are the evidence that I will rely on when I want to give you marks. Okay? Okay, so if you have a question, you can just like jot down your question on the chat box for Google Meet. But if not, you can ask me personally on Telegram. Okay, so this is just an introduction first. Okay, so for example, right now I've got Pavitra. Is Pavitra in right now on Google Meet? Do I have Pavitra for today? Usually I will not dwell too long. If let's say we don't have that person, I will move to another person. So I believe Pavitra is not here yet. Vrinta, is your microphone okay? Can you respond to me? Try not to delay too much. Okay, good.
Yes, teacher.
So Vrinta, you have written your okay. You have written your introduction on Padlet. Do you mind casually just introducing yourself by speaking?
Sure, teacher, I can.
Okay, can I hear? Try not to read because you have already written your introduction on my Padlet. Just casually tell me about yourself a little bit.
Okay. I'm Rinta, and you can call me Vree if you want. And my hobbies are doodling, and I like to watch K-dramas. And then my favorite color is red, and then
What else have you got there? Can I ask you about doodling? Do you make it as a serious sort of hobby in which you upload you doing doodling on YouTube, or is it just like something you do during your pastime
It's
occasionally,
like,
once in a
yeah, occasionally, yeah.
Okay, good. So it's not something that you take that seriously, as in you have to upload every single week of
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing doodling? Okay.
No,
So
no.
I would definitely like to see your work one day. If you could share with us your work, that would be nice as well. Okay, thank you,
Sure,
Vrinta.
teacher.
So
Thank you.
okay, what Vrinta has done there is an introduction to herself. Um, for your information, for your SPM examination, the real one, there will be a requirement for you to introduce yourself. Okay, so what Vrinta has done there is an example of you introducing yourself. Okay, I would like to just remind you, I believe yesterday I have sent on your Telegram a module. Okay, so if you have access to it right now, that would be good. So I sent you this speaking module. I believe for this year, the students have not gotten the module yet, tangible module. What it means by tangible is awak boleh pegang. So you tak ada lagi the one that you can hold, but you've got this one. This one is the soft copy. If you can have access to it right now, that would be good. But if not, you rely on my screen right now. Okay, so on my screen right now, I have got speaking part 1 interview. Okay, so this will be among the questions that you can expect for your introduction of yourself. Okay, but before we go deeper into the interview, I will definitely ask each individual after this to try and answer at least 1 or 2 questions on the module. But before that, maybe we can have a look at the general format first. Okay, the general format. Okay, so we've tried introducing one person just now. Now let's just have a look at the SPM format, and after that, we'll get to know other people. Okay, can you see my Google slide on your screen right now? Okay, is it clear enough for you to see? This is very important. If let's say you feel like, oh, I need this information, I want to screenshot it, do it now. Okay, you can just have a screenshot of this particular piece of information. What you do with the screenshot after this is you insert it in your Google Drive folder. Okay, I'll show you a senior doing that after this. But let's talk about the format for SPM first. Are you ready to have a look at the SPM format? Do you realize that you are already sitting, preparing for your SPM examination? I hope you realize that by now. Okay, so we've got 4 papers: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. For today, I am showing you a bit more about speaking, since I think it is suitable for the first class. Okay, so for speaking, as you can see here, okay, for every English paper, the code will be 1119 and then slash the number of the paper. For speaking, the number is number 3. It is the third paper. Okay, and it has the least amount of time. Maksudnya, dia paling sekejap for you to answer during the examination. But the thing that you should know is that for speaking, although dia sekejap, although it's only 13 minutes, the weightage, can you see the weightage here? Okay, how many percent? How many percent for speaking?
25%.
Would you like to respond to me? Yeah, come again.
25%.
Yes, you can see that speaking has 25%, although it is only for a short amount of time, and the marks are not as much as the other paper. For your information, the marks for speaking will only be 24 marks. compared to other paper, you will have writing, for example. The writing marks will be 60 marks, which is a lot of marks, right? Okay, but for speaking, only 24 marks, but the percentage is the same. It carries 25%, which means if you lose 1 mark for speaking, you will be losing a high percentage. Do you understand? I hope that you understand the math there. Okay, so which is why you should be preparing yourself to not lose too many marks for speaking. Okay, but don't worry, we've got 2 years to prepare. Okay, this is the first year, and then after this you will be sitting for your SPM probably in should be like in 2024 maybe, if it's the same amount of time that we have for the previous batch. Okay, all right, so this is the overall format. I'm only showing you speaking because today we're doing speaking. Okay, so let's try. Okay, in the module, we've got some of the example questions for the first part. Okay, to show you clearly, I will definitely be sharing with you the Form 4 question for your senior. Okay, this is the Form 4 question for your senior. I'm just going through roughly so that you can see the format. Okay, for your speaking exam, there will be a cover, and then there will be the first part whereby you will be asked about yourself. Okay, what's your name? Where do you live? How many siblings do you have? I will be asking you that after this to practice with you. Okay, we call that as the first phase, fasa pertama, for part 1. Okay, and then we have the second phase, fasa kedua. It will be about your daily routine. Like for today, what is the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning just now? I can ask you that. Okay, so that will be about your daily routine. Okay, so that's part 1 and part 2. Oh, sorry, and phase 1 and phase 2. If we go to part 2, you will have something like this. Okay, this is part 2. Don't worry so much about whether the question is difficult or not. Usually when you do sit for your exam, by that time you are already prepared. Okay, I'm just showing you the format only. So that will be the title and then a few bullet points down here for you to answer. Okay, so far do you have a question? Any questions so far? Tak ada eh? Okay, so if there is no question, we can try. Okay, so let me just admit your friends first. Don't worry if you are late because I'm recording the session. But then again, do not take it for granted. Try to attend classes early so that you don't miss information. Okay? All right, so I've shown you the SPM format exam question. If you saw just now, the first part will be about yourself, phase 1 and phase 2. And then the second part will be a random topic taken from your textbook. Okay, I haven't given to you a digital textbook yet, but I hope if you have access to it, you can share with your friends. Okay, so I'm just talking about part 1 and part 2 only for today. After this, if we have time, then I will talk about part 3 because part 3 is a bit different. Okay, so what you need to know for part 2 is you need to have a partner. I want you, before we start with anything, can you have a partner in your mind that you want to stick with that partner until the real SPM exam? Okay, which means that you will be talking with your partner in English most of the time during class, outside class, so that you can practice for your speaking exam. Okay, so what will happen is you will get one topic for part 2 like this. You are candidate A, for example, calon candidate. Okay, and then your partner will get another topic like this. Okay, so calon yang kedua will get a different topic, but I would like you to pay attention. Okay, I was the interlocutor ataupun examiner for the SPM 2021. I saw how the students did for their speaking. So maybe I can share what you should do, what you should not do. But for now, I need you to know, pay attention when your partner is speaking, because your partner's topic will also be asked to you. Okay? Okay, if you are not clear about it, we will try it out after this. Kita cuba. We will try it out after this. Okay, so I've already talked about part 1 and part speaking. And then I'll just show very quickly. This is what it looks like for part 3. It should be a conversation between you and your partner. Okay, I'm going to stop here and allow you to ask questions. Do you have any questions so far? Something that you don't understand maybe? Do you have any questions? If not, I will start with the speaking practice for now. Any questions? Tak ada No question Okay, so that is in terms of the SPM format. Okay, so what I would like us to try right now is we are going to have a look at the module, and then I'll get a few people to answer my questions based on the module. Okay, I'm going to start with the first few people who are on my list right now. Abdul Karim and Adam Hakimi. Are your microphones okay? Since it's speaking, you have to use your microphone. We can't be using chat for speaking because otherwise I do not know whether you can speak or not. Abdul Karim, okay?
Check.
Microphone?
Is it good?
Okay,
Is it
so
good?
Abdul Karim, we're going to start with you first. Okay, good. I'll try the easy one first, Abdul Karim. I believe I've already interacted with you before for Dede TV previously, so I kind of know a little bit about how you can answer questions and so on. Abdul Karim, can you please start with, can you introduce yourself? Starting with your name first.
My name is Abdul Karim bin Zurasri, but everyone call me Karim. I live in Taman Bukit Dahlia, and I am the second siblings out of 4. My hobby is
All right.
reading novel from Google. That's it.
Okay. Would you like to tell me how you come to school?
I come to school by car. I always go to school on 6:30, I believe. I don't remember. I haven't go to school for a long time. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Oh, you haven't gone to school for a long time. Karim, if I could just help you out there, when you are mentioning about time, do you say I go to school on 6:30 a.m.? Or do we have another preposition? Is it on 6:30 a.m.? What's the correct
6 and half.
preposition when you want to talk about time? It's fine if you want to mention 6 and a
6
half,
past half.
but what's the preposition? Are you sure?
6 past half.
Are you
Right.
sure?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with you mentioning half an hour past 6. That's fine as well. But you should be using I go to school at 6:30 a.m. or I go to school half past 6 in the morning. Okay, so just make sure that your preposition is correct. Okay, why do I tell you this? It is because there are marks, ada marka. Each error that you make in your speech, the marks will be deducted. I'm not trying to make you feel like, alah susah lah exam speaking for English ni. No, I'm just telling you, whenever that you make an error, which is why we should practice, okay? Whenever that you make an error, there will be marks deducted. Okay, apa maksud deducted? What is the meaning of deduct?
videos.
Dipotong. Okay, good. So you don't want that, right? Kita tak nak buat. You don't want your marks to be deducted. So just whenever that I correct, you remember. Try and remember. Okay, do you guys want to know the marking for speaking, or do you want to proceed with the practice first? Karim, what do you think?
What?
Do you understand my question? Do you want to know the marks? How do we do give marks, or do you want to proceed with the practice first?
Proceed first. You could explain it later.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll show you the marks after this, but for now, Karim, take care of your preposition. Give me other prepositions that you know. Just now I corrected, you have to say, I go to school at 6:30, not on 6:30. Do you know other prepositions? Selain daripada on dengan at, what other prepositions do you know? The rest of you, if you want to help, you can write on the chat box so that at least I know, some people know, and then I could observe from there. Okay,
I
apa lagi
live
contoh preposition?
I live in Taman Bukit Dahlia.
Okay, in adalah preposition. Okay, in, on, at, you kena pandai letak. You have to know kat mana nak letak. Okay, your preposition. Okay, done. So I've already asked Karim, did we get an answer in the chat box just now? For the types of preposition, okay, Intan Ifa gave me in. Okay, Logeswari gave with as well as from. Okay, good. If you have your book or notebook with you, under, among, okay, Vrinta, good. I need you to try and jot down, because all these information that you see in the chat box, it will be gone after this. So I hope that you have a notebook with you to jot down the prepositions contohnya for today, letak dekat the side of your book, and then that could be used as your reference later. Okay. By the way, untuk buku for the books for English, we are using, dengar betul-betul, E1, okay, the large book. And then we will also be using EW20. Okay, EW20 should be covered in blue. Okay, I think you are familiar kan, awak dah biasa kan from Form 1. Okay, so we've got two books, number one E1 and number two adalah EW20. But for me right now, since we are doing PDPR, buku tu is probably one thing, but the online task should be sent as well. Kalau awak buat dalam buku, contoh tadi Padlet awak dah salin in your book, hantar, give me the picture of your book so that I can see and then probably mark it from there. Jelas Okay, any question about books? Tak ada Okay. If you have a question, just put it in the chat box. So probably you can jot prepositions that you know, in, with, from, under, among, tu adalah preposition. Okay, so I corrected Karim a little bit there. Can we try a different person? Ada volunteer tak? You feel like, oh ngantuk lah, I want to participate. Anyone? If not, I'll just randomly select from the Google Meet session. Just now it was a boy, so I believe we should have a girl after this. Afika, microphone okay? Try not to delay so that your friends do not waste their time and then no one waits for anyone. If let's say ada problem, tulis dekat chat. Okay, I've got a problem with my microphone. Afika? Afika 1, Afika 2. Okay. Is your microphone okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Afika, since Karim has already answered questions until number 6 there, would you like to start with number 7? Afika, when is your birthday? And then move towards question.
My birthday is on 21st. My birthday is on 21st November, and I was born in hospital Kuala Lumpur. And my hobby is drawing, but sometimes I would like to watch Japanese show. Teacher, I can see the next question.
Oh, you cannot see the next question. Should I scroll a bit more? What is
Yes.
your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is um English because I can easily understand any videos in YouTube because English is an international language that can make our that we can communicate with others easily.
Right. Okay, thank you. I'm grateful that you like English. So the fact that you like English shows us that most probably you will try to aim for higher marks for English. Would that be correct? What is your aim
Yes.
for your English paper for SPM? What would be your
Maybe around wait
aim? Is it
teacher, I can hear you. Sure, I can hear you clearly.
is it an A or B? Can you hear me? A or B for your okay.
Little.
The rest of you, can you hear?
Loud and clear.
Is it lagging? Loud and clear, Abdul Karim says. So most probably, there are many factors. Most probably, it could be your line or it could be my line. So don't worry because I will have a recording. But Afika just now, she was having a problem hearing me. But I think she answered clearly. And the good thing about Afika's session just now was that I don't think I heard that many grammatical error. So most probably she's on her way towards getting good marks for speaking. But can I just tell you first that for your first phase, fasa, of your speaking exam, this is what I know as an examiner, the marks will not start from fasa pertama. When you introduce yourself, that's not where the marks start. Okay, they won't give you the marks starting from there. They will give you marks starting from part 2, where you will have your own topic to talk about. Part 2. So when you introduce yourself, it is just meant to be an ice-breaking session, just for us to know more about you, but the marks should not start there. Okay, so you can try and practice, introduce yourself and so on, but you should know in your mind that maybe I should also focus on part 2 and part 3 and give my best so that the marks are secured. Okay, ada soalan tak? Do you have a question about that? Tak ada, but Afika did a good job there, Karim as well, and anyone who has spoken just now, you tried, at least you attempted. Okay, so we've tried at least 3 or 4 people just now. Right now, I would like to show you the marking for the speaking exam. This one, can you either have a screenshot, apa yang saya tunjuk ni after this, can you either have a screenshot or can you jot down the note in your E1 so that you don't forget ever for the marking? Because when we are preparing for SEM, the most important thing is the mark. Awak kena tahu dia punya markah dulu. Okay, then you know macam mana nak aim, how to aim to be the best in speaking, for example. Okay, where do you get information? Kat mana nak ambil maklumatnya? I believe I have given that you have already do. Okay, and then I have got speaking practice, speaking exam practice here, and then I've got some examples of videos of students doing speaking. Okay, but the one that I want to show you right now, okay, I'll go to a different class, but information yang saya tunjuk, I will definitely share with you later. Okay, I'll go here. It is my class for online workshop. And then I will just show you the marking. Saya tunjuk permarkahan dulu. Can you just stand by? with a notebook right now ataupun E1 terus, marking for speaking exam SPM. You tulis dulu, okay? As I am finding the information right now. Find a notebook for you to jot down the marks. Kalau awak malas sangat, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything right now, just screenshot on your device. Okay, let's just see whether we can get the information. If not, I will tell you. Kalau I don't have access to the material right now, I will tell you the marking. Yang pertama apa, yang kedua apa, yang kita kira markah Okay, just give it a bit more time. Okay. So I organize my materials on the 5 according to skill. Kita ada 4 skill je. Speaking, writing, listening, not in order. Itu random je. Dia bukan ikut order. Sebab kalau ikut order yang saya tunjuk awal tadi kat awak. So let's see how the marking is done. Okay, I'm showing you one of the assignments that I've given to my students before this. Okay, but I guess this. Alright, since it is still not showing, okay, let's just see whether we can get it right now. I do not really encourage you to send your work on the 5 because some of you will definitely tell me, teacher, I cannot easier. Okay, so right now, let me just show you the marking. This is a scan marking sheet. And you can see the marks that I gave my previous students. It's not easy to get marks, but you can practice. Okay, so I've got with me a scan marking sheet. And if you feel like you cannot hear me or anything, let me know. Okay, this is an example of a scan marking sheet. Now, can you see the screen clearly? Can you see the scan marking sheet just now? Sekejap Nampak tak? Can you see? Okay, yes. Criteria number 1. Okay, criteria number 1. This is peperiksaan pertengahan tahun for 2021. You can see your seniors' names there. I hope that it's not a big deal if you have a look at their marks and so on. Okay, right now you can see the first criteria adalah overall spoken performance. Okay, you jot down in your book apa yang kita kira untuk markah. Yang pertama adalah overall spoken performance. This will be given by one person. Nama orang tu adalah interlocutor. Okay, in your speaking exam, dia akan ada 2 orang. 2 people will be assessing you. Okay, so orang yang pertama adalah interlocutor, markah dalam tangan dia. The marks in this person's hands adalah 6. 6 marks full. But I guess you can see here that so far I do not have a 6 yet for my classes. Okay, we will go into detail why you don't get the 6 marks, but we can always practice. Okay, alright, so full marks adalah 6 untuk overall spoken performance. 1 cikgu saja yang bagi. this will be the person talking to you. Interlocutor ni orang yang akan bercakap dengan awak. Nanti saya bagi video so that you can see macam mana situasi dia. Okay. Raw spoken performance. And then another one, with regards to the internet, it takes a few seconds at least, or maybe minutes. Okay. Can you see the second marking sheet? Nampak tak?
Yes.
Okay. So for the second marking sheet, orang yang kedua, the second person giving you marks for exam, for SPM, nama dia adalah assessor dan dia adalah cikgu luar. It will not be your own teacher. Okay? So assessor ni adalah penilai, and the reason why I tried to correct Karim just now is because kita tak nak Karim lose grammar marks. When you salah preposition, that would cost you your grammar marks. Grammar marks full adalah 6. Vocab marks full adalah 6. Vocabulary, cukup tak perkataan yang awak nak cakap? And then last one adalah communicative competence, meaning do you understand the question? Are you able to communicate well? Did you stutter? Okay, ada tergagap tak? Okay, so that will cause you to lose your communicative competence marks. Total 18. 6 times 3, the full mark adalah 18 daripada assessor, penilai. Okay? Okay. If you have any questions, boleh tanya. You can ask in the chat box. But this is just the important information. I hope tadi awak dah jot down dekat E1. Markah untuk grammar 6. The marks for vocab 6. The marks for communicative competence 6 juga. 6 marks. So total marks adalah 18. 18 marks. Okay. Any questions? In the chat box or turn on your microphone and ask. I can stop any info. So total tadi campur assessor dan juga interlocutor 24 markah. 24 marks for your SPM. Okay. Right now, I think I would like to try out. Okay. Can we try out a different person? Moving on kepada fasa kedua. Okay. Referring to the module, merujuk kepada modul yang saya bagi. Can we try phase 2? Do you remember just now phase 2 adalah berkenaan dengan apa? Fasa kedua? Is it about yourself? Ingat tak? Dah lupa dah? I show you here. Phase 2, fasa kedua adalah about daily routine. Okay. Contoh soalan daily routine. Phase 2 fasa kedua. I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. Contoh, what is your favorite food? How often do you eat your favorite food? Who cooks your favorite food? What kind of food do you like to try? Itu contoh je. Okay. There are other examples on the module. 2A. What do you normally do after you wake up? What do you usually do after coming back from school? Okay, so let's try one person right now. And then if I could try and give you marks, that would be good as well. Okay, volunteer? Tak ada Okay, usually there will not be any volunteers, so I will just be randomly selecting one person. Emir Izmi. Do you suppose you are there and your microphone is okay? Emir?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Emir, you're there. Would you like to answer the daily routine question? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, what do you normally do after you wake up?
Usually after I wake up, I will go to the shower immediately and then I have a pray. After that, I will tidy up my room around for 5 minutes until then I will go downstairs and sweep the floor and then I will wash some plates and then I will get ready for PDPR.
At home?
Yeah, normally because I'm the eldest son and my mother tired of take care of my youngest daughter.
Huh? Do you have a daughter?
Sorry, sister.
Sister. Okay. So, or you can also refer to your sister as your sibling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just now, if I could just help you out with one phrase. You did say I will have a prayer. Did you say I will have a pray? How do you say saya akan pergi semayang? How do you say that?
I will I will go to the sometime if my father at home, I will go to the mosque and if he not, I will do in my room. I will do it in my room.
All right. So probably if you want in for example, how do you say that? I will walk to the mosque and then what will you do there? Do you have the word in your mind right now? Menunaikan?
No, sorry, teacher.
Not yet. Okay. So usually you can say I will go and perform my dawn prayer. Dawn, subuh. Okay. So whenever that you give more vocabulary, that will give you more marks untuk vocab. Kalau awak boleh macam give us words and phrases yang student lain tak guna tapi awak guna, so that will contribute. Dia akan menyumbang kepada markah vocab. Okay. Alright, thank you. So that was quite smooth. But if you can add on to the vocabulary, markah kita boleh tinggi lagi sebenarnya in terms of the vocab. Okay, thank you. That is from Amir. Can we have another person before I move to part 2? So right now we are still at phase 2, part 1, where we talk about your daily routine. So Amir has already talked about his daily routine. I need to hear from a different person, maybe a girl. Okay, Logeswari. Is your microphone okay?
Yes,
I'm just
teacher.
randomly calling. Okay, good. So that I know that you are aware and that you're not sleeping. So okay. Logeswari, would you like to use the module? I've given the module here. Can you give me 3A, starting from 3A? Daily routine, weekend routine.
I'm usually do on weekend, just stay at home. I don't like go anywhere. I just stay at home, watching TVs, do house chores, and nothing too much. But I spend my weekend with my mother and my brother. So usually I go to my mom's sister's house and play with their grandchilds. And no, I just like indoor weekends. That's it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Logeswari. I think Logeswari is quite confident. But if you want to have more help for your speaking, you might want to consider writing down your answer, and then from there I can check in terms of the grammar, because I guess the problem just now was the sentence structures. Okay, susunan awak punya perkataan tu. So for example, I usually do on the weekend is we don't usually start with that tau. Okay, if you want to answer question 3A, you can say like this. Usually during the weekend, I will, so that will be a bit more structured. dari segi susunan ayat tu. Okay, so Logeswari, what you can do to help yourself is, kejap lagi I'll give you the task, is try to answer all the questions that I have on the module, but write it down so that I can help you to correct the grammar. Okay, Logeswari? Is that clear?
Okay, teacher.
How many marks for grammar, Logeswari, just now, when I showed you just now? How many marks for grammar for speaking exam?
3.
3? Full marks?
Yeah.
Full marks 3.
No.
Are you sure?
6.
6. Okay. 6. Is it 6? You
Yes.
forgot. Okay, 6 6 markah. 6 full marks for the real SPM exam. But for that interaction just now, we cannot give 6 yet because we still need to help you with the grammar. Okay, so that's why we do the practice. Okay, thank you. That is from Logeswari. Okay, so I guess for you to practice, okay, it's 8:19 right now. I would like you to try and have a look at the module that I gave. Okay, refer to the module that I gave, starting from question for the interview part. Phase 1, what is your name, where do you live, and then you move downwards until phase 2, where you talk about your daily routine. Okay, what do you like to do during the weekend? I need you to select questions from the module and then try and have it written first. Okay, why do we write on the Padlet, for example? So that I can help you with the grammar. When I speak, sometimes we forget what you say. It's there and we can help you in terms of the grammar. Okay, so you use the questions from the module and you try and write your response on the Padlet. Okay, that is in terms of the writing. Macam Brinta and then Nurul Dania, they have already written. Okay, but if you want to practice for the speaking part, I'm showing you right now how to do it on Padlet. You click on the add post and then you write down your name. For example, just now, Logeswari. Logeswari, have you written any response on the Padlet yet? Yes or no?
Not yet,
Not
teacher.
yet. Okay, not yet. So you can have a look. I'm writing your name right now. Logeswari for Science 2022. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. And then what you do is, okay, you click on the 3 dots menu and then you can add the audio recorder to practice introducing yourself. Okay, just click on the audio and it will give you the audio recording of your voice talking about introducing yourself. From there, we can help you out. But it would also be good if you have it written. Saya nak dua kalau boleh. One adalah audio awak bercakap on Padlet. Yang kedua adalah write it down. Okay, so that we can help you with both. Satu untuk speaking, satu lagi untuk help you with the grammar when you do your speaking. Okay, setakat ni do you have any questions for the work that I'm giving? Is it doable, Logeshwari? Is it doable?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
No.
so I will no problem. Okay, so I will publish first. Nanti you go back and then you edit from there. Edit from here. Okay, and also it would be good if you attach your picture like Vrinta and then who was it just now? Okay, and let me just see. And Pavitra, they've got slightly like I can see like what Pavitra looks like a little bit, although she's wearing the mask. If you have your picture, then it's easier for me to identify who you are and it's easier for me to get to know you because I will be teaching you the English subject. It's best that I know who I am dealing with. Okay, so if you have a picture, that would be good as well. Okay, so that will be the task for today. It's not a lot at all, tak banyak pun. Okay, only write an introduction of yourself on the Padlet that I gave. Only people who have written, siapa yang tulis, siapa yang hantar dia punya audio sahaja can receive PBD mark. Mark PBD will be based on the work that you do. If you don't send me work, I will give you the lowest mark that I can because there's no evidence. Tak ada markah. Okay, for you if you don't give me evidence. So try and do the work. Okay. Once you have already done it, Right now, I want to show you how we collect your work. Okay. Number one, as you can see on the Padlet, I collect my students' work. Number two, if it's not related to Padlet, contoh saya suruh buat karangan panjang, right? Okay, we will have it attached on Google Drive. Yesterday, I think Karim asked me about the Google Drive. So I'm showing it to you right now. Okay, this is your Google Drive for 4 Science 2022. I have individually built your folder. Okay, as you can see here, Nurul Dania has a folder, Sufi, Anis, Muhammad Firdaus, Tinesh, Shazrina. Okay, I know just now Tinesh told me that a sibling is with him, Tishan, I guess. Is it? Is and Tinesh
No.
together?
That's not me.
Okay, so I believe that one of you is with another student at home. Maybe you're together. Okay, I've already shown you before. Okay, so what it looks like in your folder is like this. Outside, it should look, it should have your name like this. Everyone's names will be there. This is 5KA 2022. Okay, and as you can see, there will be colored folder. Ada yang bercolor, ada yang tak. Okay, the reason is because I want to differentiate who sends work and who doesn't. If you don't send your work, it will be without a color. Okay, if it's not enough. If you do send your works, I will try to color it so that I can see, oh, Fakira ada hana tugasan, it's in there. Okay, so you should try and give me work, only then we can color. You can color it yourself as well. You just right click and then you color it, change the color for your folder to show me that, oh, teacher saya dah hantar kerja. Okay, so then only I will know that you have something in your folder. Okay, so for example, I'll open one folder right now. This is how your senior has tried to organize the folder. Dia ada satu untuk listening folder, reading, we've got writing, we've got speaking. Yang extra tu, if you want to build more folder for you to understand, tak ada masalah. It's up to you. Okay, so for example, today kita buat speaking, right? And then you dah tulis kan dekat Padlet kan? So all you have to do is give me a screenshot of your Padlet to show me that, okay, you have already done your Padlet and here's my essay on Padlet. Screenshot and then attach. How do you do that? Just click on new and then file upload. And then you find your screenshot and upload it there. So I guess it would be best if you have a laptop, okay, for you to work and send me work. Kalau susah sangat, just send me on Telegram. I can try and upload, but try and not do that lah. You should be independent. Upload your own work on your Google Drive folder. Is that clear? Okay. For example, if you have done a screenshot just now for the SPM format, contoh lah, saya tunjuk kat awak SPM format kan, and you feel like, oh, I want to put this in my folder. All you have to do is go to that part where you screenshot information. So for example, you've got this information here, and then you, do you know how to do a screenshot? Just click on print screen. And then if you have your own tool here, you can also use a snipping tool. So let's say saya guna snipping tool right now. And then I will have a new. This is a bit technical. Okay, and then I select which part do I want to have a screenshot. This is important information, for example. So I want to have this in my folder. So all I have to do is just save that just now. Okay, that will be saved, right? Kita dah save. And then I will upload it back on my Google Drive so that I don't lose it. So I'll just save it here on my desktop, save, and then I'll go back to my Google Drive. For example, for Science 2022, let's say saya masukkan dalam Nurul Dania, for example. And then I'll build a folder for speaking. Ni awak kena buat sendiri Folder tajuk dia adalah speaking. Okay, create first. And then in the speaking folder, I want to put the information just now yang saya dah screenshot tu Okay, it's taking a while. Okay, you just click on new and then again file upload. And then you select that screenshot just now from your desktop or wherever that you save the screenshot so that you don't lose the information. So right now I'm trying to find the information just now. Okay, this is it, the screenshot. And at least I know that it will not be lost. It is in my folder. Okay, same goes for the Padlet. Awak dah buat Padlet and so on. You screenshot and then you put it in your Google Drive folder so that I know, oh, that's your work that you have done. Do you have a question? Setakat ni rasa boleh follow tak? So like right now, I've inserted the screenshot in Nurul Dania's folder. This will be information about speaking exam. And then kita dah masukkan dalam speaking folder. So after this, Nurul Dania just build listening, reading and writing folder for future work. So this will be used as your exercise book lah. Seolah-olah macam ni adalah buku awak lah, buku tulis awak. Okay, so do you have a question about sending work? So for today, saya just nakkan, I just want an introduction about yourself, like what your friends have done. Pavitra, Vrinta, Nurul Dania, they have already done it. So all they have to do adalah screenshot and then put it in their Google Drive folder as evidence. Nanti bila saya nak bagi markah PPT, saya search kat situ, I will go there. The reason is because it's more organized if you do that. Okay, tak adalah dia bersepar kat sini. Ni semua kelas ada dalam ni. Okay, so put it in your folder sebagai awak punya tugasan. Kat mana nak ambil soalan, where do you take the question untuk awak jawab when you introduce yourself? Ambil dekat module. Saya hantar module dekat Telegram just now. I sent the speaking module on your Telegram. Okay, kejap lagi saya hantar video for you to see for the real speaking exam macam mana benda tu di-conduct. Kat mana kedudukan cikgu, kat mana kedudukan awak, so that you can see in real life how it looks like. Okay, okay, so I'm going to leave you with 30 minutes, 30 minit for you to do that. Kejap lagi I will go and check lah siapa yang dah usahakan nak buat, siapa yang belum, because benda tu kan online kan, so I can see siapa yang dah buat, siapa yang belum. Okay, so saya repeat apa tugas yang saya nak. Refer to the module, ambil soalan interview, phase 1 and phase 2, jawab and then try and put the introduction on Padlet. People who have already done it, try to insert your audio yang awak bercakap. I showed you just now, right? Macam untuk Logeswari just now. Add your voice on Padlet so that we can have a speaking session done there. Okay, itu sahaja. That is all the task for today. I will see lah berapa orang buat and berapa orang tak buat. Saya bagi 30 minit I'll give you 30 minutes to do it. I don't think it should be too hard for you to do. It is doable. Benda ni boleh buat. So once you've done that, screenshot and then put it in your Google Drive folder. Ada soalan tak? Do you have a question about how to do it? Tak ada I'm pretty sure everyone is very good in sending tasks. So I will see for today. 30 minit ni boleh tak awak buat? Can you try and have it done? Okay. By the way, do not forget to click on the poll on Telegram for your attendance. Okay. So I'm signing off as your teacher for today. I'm giving you 30 minutes to do the work and I will be checking it after 30 minutes online and see who does it and who doesn't do it. Any questions before we leave? Ada soalan?
If you submit late means how?
Oh, okay. You need to submit it late. Can you give me the reason?
One thing I need to eat. I'm hungry.
Okay, you need to go and eat first. Okay. So late means like it shouldn't be too late. As long as it's today, that will be fine. Okay. Otherwise, here's the thing. If you don't send, I don't have any evidence to give you marks for classroom-based assessment, markah PVD tu. You should just think of that lah. Okay, have a good breakfast, and you can go and eat first, and then you can send it anytime today. Okay? Okay, that will be all for today. If you don't understand, you can contact me personally. Okay, thank you class, and have a good breakfast for today.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
Thank you,
Teacher.
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 Thank you, teacher.
all right.